down to the ground. You're dragging me, it's constantly. No, I won't make a sound. I love the pain, it sets me free. It's wrong, I can't make right. I love the bird.
Okay, good morning. Welcome to another Sunday Ride series, and today's ride will be from Lancaster, going up the Caton Road towards Kirkby Lonsdale. We'll be heading up from Kirkby Lonsdale to Sedburgh, and then across to Hawes for a spot of lunch and a coffee, and then heading back over the tops towards Ingleton, where we'll then head down probably through Bentham and then back onto this Caton Road that we're on now, heading towards Kirkby Lonsdale, Devil's Bridge. So hope you've all had a good week. It's been a busy one, but it's nice to get out on the weekend, and still a balmy, absolute balmy 8 degrees, and it feels a lot colder. Still got my my heated gloves on from RST. Happy that I have these, and they do a far better job than any heated grip could do. On the heated gloves, we did a review of these a while back in the videos, so if you haven't already seen it, go check it out. Yeah, appreciate if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, and if you'd like notifications of new videos coming up, and when they hit, then hit the bell button. So stay tuned. So on the Caton Road, you come up to Hornby Village. Just follow it straight through. If you're in need of rations or a cup of tea, we've got a tea rooms just here as you bear left, coming into Hornby. Just there, Hornby tea rooms. Nice old castle on the hill there. So you do get the occasional speed camera on this road, so just take care through the villages and the towns. The locals used to kick up a bit of a complaint about noisy bikes coming through. A few bikes out today. Can't blame them really. It's dry, but it's extremely cold and windy today. So we'll see what it's like when we get over the tops up towards Hawes. So this road is the A683, and this takes you all the way up to Kirkby Lonsdale. Yeah, so I've been looking at a new helmet. Now, I have quite a few helmets, but they're all quite old. The newest one that I have is like a touring flip front helmet, which I had when I had my Tracer, my Yamaha Tracer, which was grey, so I bought a grey helmet, which doesn't really suit the MT10 SP. Yeah, so I've been looking around again at HJC helmets, because they seem to fit, seem to work brilliantly. I do like the RPHA Alpha helmets because they're made of a composite material and really light, so it doesn't feel like you've got a huge weight on your neck. Rather than the basic colours, I'm quite interested in some different colour schemes, but not matte finish. I like the gloss finish. seems to stay looking nicer for longer. Sometimes with matte paint it's a little bit hard to clean them and make them look any good without streaks and stuff on. So yeah, if you've got any helmet advice, then drop it below. Interested to hear when you should change your helmet. The old MT, it's a bit of a beast. It still wants to lift its head in most gears. Can't remember who left a comment on the last video. They were about to take purchase of their MT10. Was just asking about the bike wanting to wheelie, whether I use the clutch to lift the front end, and anyone who owns an MT10 will know that no, you don't need to use the clutch. This thing has enough torque to lift the front wheel just straight off the throttle. So just coming into Borough now, and just on the right hand side here you have a very nice pub, great for Sunday roasts and things. It's called the Highwayman, just there, and it's a 40 through this this little section. So I had a new product through the post this week, and I'd seen on Richie Vida's channel. If you haven't seen Richie's videos, then I'll pop a link in the above just here. Go and check him out. Do some great touring videos and things with his buddies. Great channel, one of the top channels in the UK. And on Richie's video I saw that he had a puck that goes underneath your side stand with quite a unique twist to it. And the unique bit was that it had a retractable lanyard that you can pull out once it's underneath your side stand if you're parking on grass or gravel. If you do a lot of touring, then you'll probably be using a puck, a standard one anyway. And the problem I see with standard pucks, and obviously the person who invented this was basically when you take the puck out, then you've either got to try and hop back on the bike, or, as most of us do, we have to put the bike back on the side stand, put the puck away, get on the bike, then the bike sinks into the gravel or grass again and nearly falls over. So the unique thing about this one, and I'll just show you now, is that basically you can get on the bike, pop your side stand up, and the actual lanyard will retract on the puck, and then it comes up to the handlebars. You can then pop it in your pocket or your top box or tank bag, and all is well. So great product, I think it is anyway. They're $9.99 from the thunderfoot.co.uk website. So go and check them out. I'll put a link to them in the description. So we've just arrived at Kirkby Lonsdale. Quite a few bikes here. We're not going to stop here for a brew today. We're going to wait till we get up to Hawes. But yeah, local haunt. There's a hot snacks van there. Lots of bikes here every Sunday, and even a Think Bike awareness van there today, which is great. So this is the Kirkby Lonsdale to Sedburgh Road. Some of you may have seen it in a few of my other videos. It's a really nice road, quite fast, some twisties, a few tight turns. Very popular, especially on a weekend. Excuse me. Just got to be aware of farm vehicles, as with any country road. Now the other thing I wanted to bring up is tyres. So I recently had some new T31 sport touring tyres from Bridgestone fitted. Second set, absolutely love them. Check out my previous video on my review of them, which I got about 7,500 miles from them. Now, I wouldn't class myself as a very upright slow rider. I do like to lean the bike over in corners, but for the life of me, even on the last set, I could not get to the edge of the tyre. I find myself really having to push and go faster and faster around the corner, so probably to within about half a centimetre of the edge. And I see others on the same bike, and they're getting them right to the edge. Now it's not a competition, and if it doesn't go to the edge, so be it, because this bike pretty much goes around everything I throw at it. But I do wonder whether it's because they're running lower tyre pressures and the contact patch of the tyre is actually more than, so say, example, some guys run their rear tyres at 35 psi, I run mine at 42 psi on the rear and 36 on the front. So by running it at a less psi, then obviously the tyre is squidged more, being when you're leant over, the contact patch is greater, hence maybe the road touching on the edge of the tyre and no chicken strips. So I just wondered if that was a factor, and whether that's why I'm seeing on some of the guys where they're right over on the edge to the lip, and is it because they're running lower tyre pressures? So if you can answer me that one, or whether it's me just not leaning it over far enough, which I doubt, leave a comment below. Interested to hear your views on that. Personally, I've run my rear tyre at a lower pressure. I prefer it up at 42. Sorry about the wind, guys. It's incredibly windy today, so if you're picking up a lot of wind noise, I do apologise. So we're just at Middleton now, on the Sedburgh Road, and I believe there's still a temporary bridge up here that got washed away a couple of winters ago, but it's not been repaired yet. So there's a nice little pub just around here if you've got family and things. Got a little beer garden in front, the Swan just there. Nice on a hot sunny day, get some refreshments. So we're just coming up to the temporary bridge, still here. A little bit of oil on the road or something there. Some car or tractor's been dropping some oil or diesel. Probably one of these wagons here from this fuel depot. So there's one thing to look out for on the Sedburgh Road. You've got a fuel depot with wagons heading in and out, filling up with fuel. And it's just near the head, which is one of the pubs just there. So take care of that when you come through there, just near the bridge. and still on the road just here. You can see the black spots. Something's dropping something. Try and keep off it. Not sure what it is. It goes up that track, so it's probably a tractor. And there's a smell of shit in the air, so excuse the French, but it's very smelly, and it's probably from the farmer's muck spreading, so it probably wasn't fuel or diesel, but all the water and crap coming out of the crap, basically. A lot of people I see are planning trips on the NC 500 around Scotland in May, which will be lovely. Wishing you good weather. So we're nearly into Sedburgh now, and we'll head through Sedburgh town. Just at the end of this road we'll turn right, make sure you stop, and then we're going to head on the 684 towards Hawes. So you're going to turn right past the what was a it still is a petrol station, but closed on a Sunday by the looks of it, just here. So it's not actually when you reach the town, but you can get to it. I'm just going to hang a left. Oh. So I just came around the houses a little bit there. That is Sedburgh School just there. And instead of going through the town, I just did a little bit of a detour around the back by the school. So we're going to turn right here. So in a previous video we actually came through here and we carried on this road, which takes you up towards Kirkby Stephen, but we're actually going to turn right just here on the A684 towards Hawes, and then head up and get a brew at the cafe, the biker cafe in Hawes. So you got 15 miles to Hawes from Sedburgh, and I'm just going to pull over somewhere. My hands are getting cold, and the reason is that my my batteries in my gloves have run out. They haven't run out in the time it's taken me from home to here. It's just that I've been using these gloves for the odd trips here or there. Battery life on them's around 4.5 hours on low heat, which is enough for any ride really, in even down to 0 degrees. So yeah, we'll pull up. I've got a spare set of batteries in my my top box, so we'll find somewhere nice to pull up, and I'll change those and get some heat back into my hands, because that's the only thing that's cold. Down to 7 degrees now. Anyway, so we'll just pull over here. Get some heat in these gloves. That's if I remembered to pack my extra, there you go, lithium polymer batteries. Nothing worse than cold hands. But I have found that heated grips in the past, the ones I used to have, the Oxford ones, they used to last the winter, or a couple of winters. And basically, I tended to grip, you know, on the handlebars more, and that's what made my hands even more cold. So I went with the RST Thermatech heated gloves. I believe there's an updated version now of these out there on the market, but they're really, really good. And I'm just swapping the batteries out to get some heat back into these, which is great. So that'll last another 4.5 hours. I'll just turn it on. Don't know if you can see that, 3 settings: red, green, and amber setting. I'm talking to flowers. Oh my god. Something wrong. Okay, let's go. Fantastic gloves, these really are. Be nice to get into some summer gloves when it warms up. I had a look yesterday down at Ghost Bikes in Preston at their lineup and what they've got in stock. I quite fancy some Nox Handroid gloves again. I do have a black set that I used to use on my ZX-10R, and I would like another set. Now, I always used to moan in emails to Nox, not that it did me any good, a few years ago, because they used to do like a white pair, a black pair, or a red pair. And before the ZX-10R, I had a SV1000 Suzuki, which was blue, and of course I went and bought blue leathers and all that kind of stuff, and my one-piece leathers are still blue RST, and I have some RST gloves which are blue, white and black. However, they're a little big for me, so I see Nox have bought out a blue Android glove, which I'm quite interested in purchasing. That road, or this road I'm on now, from Sedburgh over to Hawes, is probably one of the best I've been on for an awful long time. So if you do get a chance to come up this way, or if you're actually from this way and you haven't been on this road, highly recommend get yourself on it. It's like a roller coaster with corners at a nice speed as well, so yeah, thoroughly recommend it. Past the viaduct, settle to Carlisle train. Definitely a lovely road, never been on this route before. Okay, so there's a turning left to Kirkby Stephen. On a previous video I actually came out of this turning on the left to join this road, so much prefer this road coming in than the latter one. Absolutely stonking route, really nice, stunning scenery, albeit a little dull today because of the clouds, but there's a bit of blue sky poking through. So we're about 1 mile out of Hawes now, and as you get into Hawes, there's a petrol station on your right hand side, and then there's a bike cafe, really good one, great food, great cakes on the left, and then you've got the town of Hawes, where you've got pubs and shops and things. And then actually just before you drop into Hawes, there's a right turn which we're going to come out on, and that'll take us over the top of that mountain in front of us towards Ingleton, and then we can pick up on the route going back down towards Lancaster. But yeah, it's a great route, and highly impressed with the road that we've just come across. Okay, so yeah, the road to your right, which is the B6255, Ingleton 17 miles, that's the route we're coming back on. And then as you drop down into Hawes just here, you've got the Gulf petrol station, Dalehead garage on your right, just there, if you need to fill up. And then on the left here, you've got the cafe. There's a fish and chip shop opposite, so Pennygarth Cafe, fish and chips opposite. And plenty of spaces to put your bike, park your bike just on the left. You got the Crown pub, always good to have a shandy in summer. Young lady not even looking while she's crossing the road. And yeah, this is Hawes town. So you could carry on through the village here, and another route which we'll put in another video, which takes you out towards Leyburn and Aysgarth. I have done this route previously, if you check back in the videos, but I'm just going to swing around here and head back to the cafe and get a nice hot coffee and a cake, I think. So, all fed and watered, and off we go. So yeah, Pennygarth Cafe, cracking place, and they do some really good grub. Okay, so we're going to head left just here. This will take us over towards Ingleton, another cracking road, 6255. You sometimes do get a speed camera van over here, but you normally get a warning off the other bikes, and no warning there, so looks all good to go. So sign there saying 29 motorcycle casualties, injuries, incidents in the last year, I think it was. So just shows you that it is a cracking road, but it is quite a fast one, and just take it easy. Don't ride beyond your capabilities, and just enjoy the ride, enjoy the scenery, because it is pretty spectacular up here. So yeah, the Sunday ride series. How are you liking them so far? Leave a comment below. What would you like to see? Now bear in mind that I am in the north of England, but I do a lot of tours and trips. What would you like to see in the videos? What would you not like to see in the videos? And there's only so many I can do locally, so there's probably about 2 or 3 more local rides which I go on regularly, so stay tuned for more of those coming up. And in between that there'll be some tours. I've still got my first week of June coming up, so it's not too far away, and I'm in 2 minds really. I've got 2 plans, but not sure which one to do, so maybe help me out. So I've got a week, so a week off work and 2 weekends. Now I either travel to the south of England and do the trip to Santander in Spain and do the Picos. So I'm questioning myself, do I have enough time to do the Picos in that time frame of a week, including the ferry journey? And the other idea I had was to go across the Channel Tunnel, left through Belgium, Luxembourg, into the Eifel region, so South Germany, and near the Nürburgring area, and taking that that journey, which is one I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is and also the Picos. So leave some comments below if you've done the Picos or if you've done the Eifel region. Very interested to hear any tips you've got or any thoughts on which one I should do. Like I say, I'm conscious of time really. I've only got a week off work, so I've got basically 2 weekends either side, so 5, 6, 7, maximum 7 days I want to be able to do, and that would be coming up in the first week of June. So there's the Ribblesdale viaduct, and it stretches. You can get the train from Settle to Carlisle. Very popular place with hikers and bikers. Station Inn, bed and breakfast, home cooked food. Never been in that place, must try it sometime. So on the left there you see the peaks. You've got White Scar Caves underneath that lot. That will be passing shortly on the left hand side. That's the beauty of bikes, isn't it? You can just whip past people quickly and then back down to normal riding speeds again. But yeah, Easter's coming up, Easter weekend this week coming. So Friday is Good Friday and then the bank holiday Monday. So that's why we're seeing a few caravans and things, people taking the extra week off. Kids are off school this week as well. And then as you drop off the mountain, basically this will take you down into Ingleton, onto the main road where you can turn right, which heads towards Kirkby Lonsdale, Kendal. And if you go left, it'll take you towards Settle. But at the bottom of the road, we're going to head straight across and take a different route back down to the Caton road. I'm going to actually go straight across and down this back lane, which will then pick up the route that I want. And there we go, a couple of miles down the road, and we've got left for Clapham and Settle, A65, or we can go right towards Bentham, which is half a mile, and back down the 683 towards Lancaster, which again, this is a cracking road. So another epic Sunday ride out. A little bit colder than normal as I keep moaning on, so you'll get fed up of me saying how cold it is, but it is bloody cold, and it shouldn't be at this time of year. We should be in double digits, not 8 degrees. So we'll head through the town of Bentham, and then back down towards the Caton road and towards home. By the way, that left turn just there was the one that goes over the tops and down through the Trough of Bowland that we did on a previous video. That was another real epic route on a really nice sunny day down towards the inn at Whitwell. So go and check that one out if you haven't seen that already. And yeah, I'm open to suggestions, what you'd like to see on the channel. Do you want to see more review videos? Do you want to see some bike review videos? Because we have access to motorcycles, courtesy of some fantastic dealerships around this area. What do you want to see? Leave a comment below. Happy to hear, happy to fulfill that for you. Yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and to get notifications of videos when they come up, hit the bell button, and then you won't miss out. So I hope it's been a good Sunday series ride, and stay tuned for more. Hopefully the weather will get warmer, and have a good week, guys. Take care. So if you like the videos, please subscribe and hit the bell button for regular reminders of new videos coming up.